I'm proud of the guys. What a great effort today. Great effort throughout the entire week. This is a big game for us, big game for our kids from Kansas and Missouri. And to be able to dominate the football game like we did, really pleased. I thought the special teams were the highlight of the day. We're really good on special teams, and we knew we needed to be really good today. Uh, and we were really good in all phases, and great job of blocking on punt returns and get the fumble on the punt. And we emphasized it a bunch, and we had great success, and we had benefits from all the work and time and effort that our staff puts into it. So proud for the guys, especially the Kansas kids, get the win, and we're going to enjoy it, and then we got to get back to work on Monday.
We'll start here with Karen.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on a great win. Is there any more satisfaction in beating a rival by as many points and the way you dominated today?
Well, we're pleased because this was it's always a tough week because there's so much outside noise that everybody listens to, as well as alums and stuff. That this is a big game. It's a big game for everybody across the state. And so I was trying to tell the guys, block out the outside noise and focus on the task at hand of us learning and understanding the game plans, and then executing those game plans. And so I'm excited because those kids worked hard this week and were able to get the benefit with a big win in blowout fashion.
On Kurtz.
Yeah, Chris, I guess with all the punts too, Philip, were you surprised that they continued to kick it to him, especially at the end of the half there?
Yeah, I don't know if that's what they were trying to do, but we were trying to go for the block. We called timeout once we got the 4th and 1. And hope that they would punt it, and we were going to try to go after the block, and then they had an illegal procedure, but we came, so they saw the block, and so then we changed it and said let's flip it to a return. And I told Philip, there's whatever 7 seconds left, you can't get tackled, you got to score. And sure enough, we did a great job of holding people up at the line, and then some blocks downfield, made one guy miss, and that was a huge momentum boost going into halftime.
And what really changed offensively for you guys in the second half to get things going with Will and everybody?
That's a great question. We challenged them. I didn't think we played very well in the first half offensively. Couldn't get into a rhythm. A lot of things were not going our way, and we could have had a number of more touchdowns, and for whatever reason we didn't. And talked to the staff, talked to the players, and we just needed to settle down and play the game. And I was really pleased with the way the offense responded in the third quarter. I think we had at least 2 or 3 big drives. We were able to throw the ball, run the ball, and get some confidence and get some rhythm going offensively.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks.
You bet.
Kellis?
When you see a guy who's kind of in the zone like Phillip Brooks, does your face just light up when they keep punting to him?
Yeah, especially when the ball's getting there, and we always talk, you have to get the return started, and typically that's blocking the edge guys or outside guys and preventing them from getting a fair catch. And so when he's getting it with 5, 7, 8 yards of space, he's a talented young man that understands blocking and understands angles and sets things up so well. And we work a ton at our punt return, and so I'm so happy that we were able to benefit from all the hard work and effort we put into it. But no, he's a special guy, and the guys know it. When he gets a chance and ball's in his hands, anything can happen.
I also wanted to ask you about the offense in the second half. What was most pleasing for you when you saw Will and everybody else get going there?
I think it's collectively everybody. It wasn't the run game, the pass game, the O-line, the wide receiver. It's everybody collectively getting better. We need to continue to have our quarterback have confidence, and what he did in the third quarter is what I have seen throughout camp, and he got into a rhythm, got relaxed, made some really good throws, stepped up in the pocket, ran the football a little bit. We were able to get Deuce on the edge. We were able to do a lot of different things. We were able to get some more of our inside run game going, just kind of some downhill stuff, which was big for us. And so I was really pleased with what we did in the second half offensively.
Thanks, Chris. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Michael?
Yeah, Coach, who are some of those unsung special teams guys that you don't hear a lot about?
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
Who are some of those unsung special teams guys that you don't hear a lot about?
You bet. It starts with Brock Monty. He's a captain of our team and kind of runs all our special teams. And he sets the tempo. Cody Fletcher's on most, Ross Elder's on most, Landry Weber's on most, Tyler Burns is on most, Seth Porter's on most of those. I may be missing somebody, but we have a core group of guys, and it's led by Brock Monty. That he's I told the guys in the locker room, he's one of the, for a kid that's not a starter, that's a captain, he's one of the best leaders I've ever been around. And love the fact that he challenges the guys as well, and he watches film with the players as well, just without coaches, to try to make sure that the guys are dialed into whatever the schemes are.
And you give up fewer than 5.5 yards per attempt, 4 sacks, 5 pass breakups. Just evaluate your pass coverage today.
It was good. I thought their quarterback did a nice job of scrambling around. And we didn't know if that was going to be the quarterback, but we knew he had a skill set to be able to scramble. I thought he made some really good plays with his feet at times. They got a couple of drives established and going in that second quarter because of his feet. And so I think we needed to secure our rush lanes a little bit and maybe do a better job. We fell off of coverage one time and they had a nice gain, but we played well on defense. We can play better. We missed some tackles on a 4th and 2. They get 4 and we haven't tackled in the backfield and stuff. Little things, but we're able to overcome it and we kept playing hard.
Fitz?
Michael just beat me to my question, but let me follow that up with you got a lot of young defenders in, particularly in that second half. How well did they play?
Well, we gave up a touchdown after the fumble, which we were disappointed about, and we'll have to evaluate the film, but they're all young guys that are athletic and talented, but sometimes don't know exactly what the defense is or where to go or what to read and keys and stuff. So it's a great learning experience for them. I mean, that's a hard thing. We're practicing those guys, but they need to have some live reps under fire to see how they do. So we'll have to evaluate it, but every rep that those guys get is a benefit.
And kind of a follow-up on the special teams stuff. When you arrived at Kansas State, did you, and knowing the history, the tradition of special teams at Kansas State, did you kind of sit down and reevaluate how you approach special teams?
Well, I don't know if you're asking if we didn't emphasize it enough or do.
No, yeah, I mean, it seemed you weren't known for blocking kicks, and I mean, right now, K-State, you guys are making a special teams play every game, and nobody else is really doing it. It's just kind of carried on the tradition that you inherited.
Well, a couple things I would say on that. When we were at North Dakota State, we were better than everybody offensively and defensively. So why would we waste a chance of roughing a kid? Where here, it's much more competitive offensively and defensively, and you may not have an advantage on those things. So you better find a way to have an advantage on a week in, week out basis. And so we collectively as a staff said, you know what, we're going to put more time into special teams than we think a lot of people are, because it has to be the edge. When we're not favored in very many games. I don't know if you know that. We're usually the underdog. So you better win on special teams. My previous place, we were favored by 4 or 5 touchdowns every time we played. And so you didn't need to have as dominant on special teams. But our kids know that our ability to win that battle on the special teams and win that phase every week gives us a great opportunity in the fourth quarter of tight games.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
We got 4 hands raised. We'll go right down the road, starting with John.
Yeah, Chris was going to ask about AJ. He went out of the game. Do you have an update on his status and what his situation is?
I don't. They said he was not going to be available for the second half, and it was 34-7, and I said that's fine, and don't know. We'll find out more probably Sunday or Monday.
Okay, thanks.
Karen?
Coach, one more thing. When you have a young quarterback, like you were talking about how he got into a rhythm in the second half, but how much did it help him to have his special teams and defense score, take the pressure off him so he could relax in a game like this and get that rhythm?
I think every quarterback loves a great defense and loves great special teams. And we need to continue to play complementary football. What I mean by that is the offense in the second half played really well to give the defense a blow and be on the sideline. And special teams complements both because it gives us a short field or creates a turnover or a big play. And without question, I know that Will didn't feel like boy, all this pressure's on me to get this thing done. And we took a lot of that off him because we played well on defense at times, and obviously the special teams were the difference.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
Jackson?
Yeah, Coach, you've talked about a lot in the past. You've mentioned a lot in the past how you're going to have to grind out games, and you're never really going to be winning. You're not good enough to overlook anyone because you're not favored by a ton. I wanted your thoughts on what this type of a performance can do for your team's confidence.
Hopefully quite a bit. And it's a game that everybody's excited to play every year against KU. And they want to make sure that they're continuing on the legacy that everybody that wore the purple before them did of how much this game means. And so I'm hopeful that, the success we had in all three phases at different times today will continue to carry over. We're on to the next week is all we really can do. And we have a really tough opponent in West Virginia, and we just need to continue to get better and improve in all three areas.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
Last one here, Mitchell.
Hey, Coach, I think it's safe to say now that Deuce Vaughn has really proved that not only is he's not just a flash in the pan, he's now a guy who's proven to be a reliable asset. So what does it mean for your football team to know that week in, week out, that we know we're going to get an exceptional performance from this guy?
Well, we felt that all along as a staff that he was a difference maker and a guy that people would have to start game planning for. And we're finding more and more ways to get him the football. And, he's pretty tough to tackle open field and with that much space, and catches the ball, can run inside, run outside. And the players know that when he gets the ball in his hand, very similar to Phillip, some special things can happen. And I know that Deuce is playing with a lot of confidence, and it's fun for a young player to have that much confidence, knowing that we're going to find different ways to get him the football.
I think every week is an opportunity to show to the rest of college football what our team is about. So with you today with Kansas State, what message did you send to the rest of college football?
Oh, that we found another way to win, and we're on to the next week. That you're only as good as you were today, and you've got to continue to prove yourself and have a chip on your shoulder every week when you come out and play this game. If you've ever fallen in love with yourself, you're going to get beat. And we continue to preach to the guys, and they know that we need to have our A game every week to have an opportunity to be successful. And if we don't, Monday through Friday, stack those great days, we're going to get beat. And so it's a great win. We're going to enjoy it. And then come tomorrow and Monday, we're turning our focus to West Virginia and putting our nose to the grindstone and trying to grind it out.
And one final question. Now, 12 straight times Kansas State has won the Sunflower Showdown. What does it mean to continue this tradition of success in this game?
I want to continue it for all the people that have put the purple on. And that's the big thing, is it means so much to our Kansas guys. It means so much to our Missouri guys. And then when you get a guy like Justin Hughes that says, hey, you guys would do this for me if I were playing a team in Georgia, I'm going to play my tail off for you because I love you. And that's something that our guys really want to continue to carry on, a tradition of excellence, a tradition of Kansas State football is the program in the state, and that's what those kids want. That's what they believe in. And so each week or each year, this game is a big opportunity for our kids from the state.